I'm Jerry Jondreau. I'm a tribal member here from Keweenaw Bay, which is Weequahdong, which is what our name is for this area. It's not Blondes and it's not Baraga. Let's see. So where I come from, I am the grandson of William Boise Jondreau, who fought a very important court case back in the late 60s, early 70s regarding hunting, fishing, and gathering rights on a reservation. So I think I have a little bit of his spark in me, because there's some things that need to change. But I think to paint the picture, we kind of have to start in the past and kind of walk through some of these policies and talk about what has shaped our present landscape and what we are familiar with today. So I'll just briefly touch on these things. I have a lot of text, and I'm really sorry about that, but there's a lot of information. I'll try to zip through a lot of these things, but then I want you guys to participate too. I want you guys to interact, ask questions, raise your hand, shout if you want to. It's not going to bother me. And then at the end, I'd kind of like to get some feedback from you guys as well, because there's a lot of unknowns right now. And I think the more feedback, the more minds that are thinking about this thing, the better position that we can have moving forward. Okay, so pre-European settlement, that was the time of the Minnow Bamadazi. That was the good life. Contrary to what history may tell you, we were a very strong people. We lived a good life. We were in harmony with the environment. We took what we needed, but we also took care of everything else around us, which perpetuated ourselves and everything else. Everything that we had, or everything that we needed to maintain ourselves was here. Our ceremonies, our traditions, was built around a mutualistic relationship with land and water. And the plants and the animals were known as our original teachers. Are you guys familiar with that? Have you guys ever heard of that before? So, for those of you that haven't, when we talk about ourselves, we're very feeble beings. We're frail. Our skin is, however strong and amazing our skin is, it's still very susceptible to the elements. So in the past, when the Creator first put us down here, it was the plants and it was the animals that were here before us that actually stepped up and offered themselves to help us stay here. They taught us lessons on how to live. And that's what we still maintain today. So there's a foundation there right from the beginning that these are our teachers out here. The problem is nowadays, we're in a classroom like this. We're no longer out there. Everything we needed, food, clothing, shelter, spirituality was here. Subsistence in this area is just amazing. The bay for fishing, outstanding. The wild game, we used to have, the moose population was much higher. There used to be woodland caribou, I believe, that were around here too. Deer were here, but not nearly the numbers that they are today. Maple sugar was a huge part of our existence. We have a lunar calendar, and one of those moons is the sugaring moon. And there's some misconceptions out there too that it was the Europeans that taught the natives how to make maple syrup. Our calendar is much older than the European concept. It's not true. Our medicines, we never had a pharmacy around here. Our pharmacy was out there, and it provided everything that we needed to maintain ourselves. It still does. The wild rice used to be around here. That's not really here anymore. We're working really hard to get that back. Wild rice is very sensitive, and any sort of changes to the water chemistry it won't grow again. Also, there's a relationship that we have with the wild rice. We're actively harvesting the wild rice in a traditional fashion, reseeds the plant for the crop for the next year. And if we're not allowed to do that, then the wild rice won't come back like it should. So there's a really strong tie there between our people and wild rice. It's also a part of our migration story, if anyone's familiar with that. The reason why we settled in this area was because of the food that grows on the water, which is the wild rice. So the Ojibwa people are spread out where wild rice is, up in Canada, all around Minnesota, Wisconsin.